So this is the unboxing of the Extra 260 Phoenix. It's pretty nice. Everything's carbon. Looks like it all comes pretty good.
She's seen as just one of an array of female rappers whose entire shtick
Only
has
thing
always been limited
I don't like
industry trickery to properly maintain. But once you start
canopy right here,
there's
very
nowhere
soft.
to hide anymore.
That's super soft. It looks good. Looks good.
I think it's better off when they just give us singles, because they give us the
Everything comes pretty well packaged.
These artists, they're not
I
giving
already took the fuse out. But this is how everything else comes. All looks pretty good. The cowl was in there. The cowl's pretty big too.
Or at least the label doesn't rewrite these.
It looks like it snaps and you actually do from right here to install it onto the plane itself.
Believing that she would pivot even further away from music, to the point that it would just be one of those things she does, along with getting the bag from brand deals and other social media content.
Overall, I kind of feel like this record is proof of how much for Ice Spice and her brand, an album really truly does not matter. And that's kind of the thing. I don't want to say that this record is bad or is underwhelming, because I feel like Ice Spice lacks the capacity and the ability to make a good record. Really, to me, on the surface, it reads more like a lack of effort than anything. It's something she had to ceremoniously go through the motions of in order to get back to focusing on what actually brings her success and attention. And that would be singles, that would be performances, that would be viral social media moments and crossovers, traditional media blitzes as well, and that
Comfort hardware.
Basically, her posts are going platinum, even when her records aren't. Better known as something closer to an influencer than an actual hip-hop artist, it seems that the path left for Ice Spice is to steer into her online clout, rather than thinking she's going to be an icon in the rap game. After all, she's just one of many rappers who blew up on TikTok. And if you want to learn how much of a curse that can be, you can click one of the 2 videos on the screen. As always, it's your boy Uesta, and I want to thank y'all for watching today's video. I got another one dropping in a couple of days, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And until then, I'll see y'all in the next one.
These hinges. Looks pretty good.
How many disses does it take to kill a rapper? Well, the answer is a bit complicated. You see, diss tracks have been a part of hip-hop culture ever since the early 80s. However, this generation's street-affiliated rappers have taken it to a whole new level where anything goes. So, it's no coincidence that in this age where rivals openly mock one another's fallen friends or family and double down whenever they can with vicious shots on social media, the death toll in hip-hop has tragically risen to the highest rates we have ever seen. But how many of these tragic deaths could have been prevented if it weren't for all these back and forths on tracks and IG lives? And are there other rappers that need to change their ways and learn from the violence that's happening all around them before it's
I like how they got it like this. Makes it a lot easier when you glue the elevator in, because there's not really much you can do to mess that up. Does have some holes in here. I don't know if you can see
He goes by the name of
It's interesting. I don't know where that comes from.
Is quite possibly one of the most diabolical rappers when it comes to dissing your dead ops. You might have heard how the 26-year-old rapper was fatally shot in Tampa, Florida on June 24th, 2024, while he was out celebrating his birthday. But what's crazy is that this was just one of the 4 deadly encounters that the rapper embraced in the past 4 years. Before that, Julio was recently shot at in the early hours of October 7th, 2023, when his Black Dodge Challenger was showered with bullets. And he was then transported to a local hospital with injuries that were said to have been extremely severe. He later shared a gruesome photo of what appears to be a foot with a bloody hole in the middle, and it went viral online within days of the incident. Somehow, being the warrior that he was still in good spirit afterwards, and thankfully, he didn't meet his fate. He was also the victim of gun violence back in 2021 when he claimed he dodged 100 shots by the grace of God.
I said I was crossing like 1, 2 things.
It's got 2 hinges on the end, on each end, which is pretty cool. 1 servo per
It was also
wing.
shot in 2020 when traveling around Houston. So it's clear that there was a constant threat of violence looming over Folio's career since the moment he popped out on the scene. And what's even crazier is that despite all these difficult circumstances, Folio was known to move solo dolo and never liked having security.
The cool thing about this too, though, it comes with a carbon fiber landing gear.
Folio claimed that this lifestyle was simply regular to him.
To me, I'm just like, that has to be scary. Like, you know, it doesn't faze you at all. Being shot at.
This is regular. Like, we live 2 different lives. That's regular.
No, I hear you. I hear you. They shot 100 shots at you?
Probably would.
So, how did the rapper make himself into such a big target to the point that he seemingly had a death sentence wherever he went? And most importantly, what are the course of events that led Folio to losing his life in June of 2024? Well, as you will see, Folio had it coming for him. In the comment section on Hip Hop DX, who reported the story about his death, you can see a ton of users commenting things like, "Who didn't see this coming?" and "This was destined to happen." And when you look deeper, he really did. As Charleston White said,
Like, they come with some nice gas tanks.
you see,
Wheel pants.
Folio wasn't just a rapper. He was a demon who cataloged
Spinner.
a very real and scary experience of growing up in the streets of
Tail wheel.
Florida.
These are a little stiff.
The north side, 16.6, west 14.
Comes with wheels, straps, back plate, hardware. Even comes with a little fuel dot.
The city has become one of the most notorious cities in the U.S. now, as its riddled with
Landing
violence,
gear
specifically
is also
homicidal murders that
carbon
are
fibers.
reportedly
That's
higher
pretty
than the
cool.
country's average. In one instance,
These are
he
pretty
talked
nice.
about barely escaping death at the age of 15 in an interview
Looks like you
with
gotta,
Vlad after he was transferred to a school in his autism.
Drill all your own holes for the landing gear, but it's carbon fiber.
A school for fighting, right? They sent me to an alternative school in the hood who I was beefing with, like
Really big. I wish this was carbon fiber, but it's aluminum, so it's a little bit heavier. It's the only real complaint, I guess.
I walked this cut, I'll say probably like 5, 10 minutes later.